If you've been following my Instagram, you can maybe sorta already know what manga I'm going to be talking about. Now, if you haven't been following my Instagram, I'm going to find where you live. But regardless, it is no secret that I love shonen. I've been open about my love for My Hero Academia, Gachi Akuta, Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, just to name a few, and a lot of reasons have to come with their sick action sequences that just get my blood pumping and motivate me to go to the gym. But of course, other than the fights, there's another factor, and that has to be for the women. Shonen animes have the baddest women I have ever seen. They do not fall short in making my blood get pumping and motivate me to go to the gym. You get a huge range going from thick women to tomboys, the psycho ladies, or just a straight up fucking goddess. It is no surprise that if you search up any of these girls from a specific anime on TikTok, you will see hundreds of edits of them. However, while I do love these pretty ass women, shonens kinda have a bad rep when it comes to female characters. Like yeah, I still enjoy the majority of them, but it isn't wrong to complain about how shonens tend to do their girls kinda ass. A lot of times they easily get overshadowed and don't get a lot of screen time or a chance to be in the spotlight, and even if they do, they're only in the spotlight for the anime to do some cheap fanservice to stimulate the lustful desires of the average 14-year-old Discord mod. And it really is a shame, because it seems like the anime manga industry can't seem to grasp that their viewers don't mind having a strong female character. Heck, we actually like strong female characters. I won't speak for everybody, but I also don't really mind fanservice that much, as long as that's not all they are there for. I mean, male characters get fanservice too, but you don't see us complaining about it, because they have plenty of moments to shine, so it doesn't feel like their entire purpose of being an anime is just for them to show off their titties every once in a while. So the point of me yapping is that I love hot women, I love fights, I love hot women and fights, and unfortunately, I just can't seem to find the ideal media for me to consume whenever I am in the mood to watch both at the same time. Until I found Star Strike It Rich. Star Strike It Rich is created by Yabako Sandrovich, the author for the popular fighting manga Kenken Ashura, and also the cutie slice of life anime How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift. Wow, what a gap in vibes, huh? But I personally think that out of these three works, Star Strike It Rich is my personal favorite, because these two scratch individual itches for me, while Star is a combination of what make both of this series so good. You turn to the first page and immediately get hit with the hype. Yeah! Woo! This is a battlefield for the beasts. Abnormal warriors, unfit for a public stage, exchange blows. Feet pick ensues. I'm not into that, but hey, maybe someone is. Out comes our very first character, Tojo, a former super featherweight champion of the World Women's Boxing Council. Boxing record, 8 wins, 2 losses, 1 loss for breaking the rules. This bitch got a better resume than Conor McGregor. Out comes our second character, the owner of the venue, wondering if this bitch can satisfy her opponent. What on earth could she mean by that? How powerful could this opponent be? And then she reveals herself. The crowd is going wild, the commentator is going wild, the girlie known as the Revolution Princess shows up. Everybody in the arena is excited except for Tojo. She thinks she's got this in a bag. I mean, why wouldn't she? There's a 12-kilogram difference between the two of them. She can't be that strong. This is just a stepping stone for me. You're kinda slow. The fuck you say? I said you are kinda slow. Oh, I see how it is. I'm gonna fuck you up! This is it, baby. The very first match of the series. The manga basically just took you in and throws you inside the cage with these women who are here to absolutely fuck each other up. Greetings been made, shit talk's been made, fighting stances has now been made, and the princess goes on her natural stance that reminds Tojo of MMA, while Tojo herself starts with a stance they call the famous Detroit style. Wait a minute. Is that? Okay, let's start the fight, baby! Oh! Damn! Yo, I think she's dead. Alright, let's rewind ourselves a bit, shall we?
Alright, people, let's do this one last time.
Oh shit, wrong footage. So the story follows this girl who we will call Albert, who used to be a veteran fighter until her eye got fucked up, which forced her to retire from professional MMA. And after trying shit out again with underground fighting, she fails on that because it turns out that her fights were more boring than watching two gorillas humping each other for 5 minutes. Some would argue that they would even watch the gorillas instead. But then she was like, you know what, girlies? Let's make our own fighting organization. Woohoo! Sure, I'm down. Okay, first off, let's do this easy. We're gonna need some sick ass women. Like, illness type shit? No, I mean
badass type shit. We need fighters that can make the fights interesting. For example, they said my fights are like watching gorillas, so let's do better. And what's better than watching gorillas? Boom. Women gorillas. Alright, you're banned from making any more comments for the rest of the video. Aww. No, I mean women. Like pretty ass girls. We need cutie patooties that can kick some fucking ass. So these girls kept brainstorming amongst each other, and through one of the girls' connections, she found a perfect candidate to be their star fighter by introducing them to the deadliest schoolgirl in Japan, who we will call Princess. A girl who was found in an ultra-religious cult who raised her up to be a living weapon and planned to destroy the world until the boss mysteriously died. Okay, so he died because he watched season 4 of Rent a Girlfriend? What? No, are you just gonna be stupid for the rest of the video? Well, here's the twist. Nobody knows for sure, except that there are rumors that the princess is the one who killed him. Oh wow. Damn. And it turns out that she was his daughter. Jesus. Holy cannoli. And word is, she still has those weapons of mass destruction as we speak, because when the police looked for evidence, some of them were already gone. El Diablo. Fucking hell. She's perfect. Hey, speaking of which, there she is. Alright, nice. Yo, what's up? Let's fucking fight, bitch wad. Excuse me, what the fuck you said to me? Oh. Wait, what's happening? Sup, baby? Wanna end the world with me? First of all, you're underage. Second of all, how the fuck did this happen again? You mean you don't realize? I mean, look at you. You are so my type. Ready to be reverse groomed? Whoa, hold up. Let's get one thing straight here. Hopefully not you. No, I mean, I'm here to fight. Like, I'm here to fuck you up. Oh, so you're into that. Alright then. Wait, Jesus! What's with that power? Yeah, there's more where that came from. I'll see you in bed, babe. Yeah, I had to stop that. Don't want this video to get demonetized. Alright, bitch, now that you're tight, listen up! Oh, bondage play, huh? Damn, baby, you are freaky! Oh my god. Jesus, Albert, do something about her. Hey, listen, we just want you to fight in our club. Rule number 1, don't talk about it. Netflix and chill, baby. No, not Fight Club the movie. I mean, like, an underground fighting organization. We want you to be a fighter for us. You're gonna be fighting other women, some will be killers, some will be former world champions. Shit is gonna be dangerous, and like, I'm really sorry about how we did this, but we really had no choice. Okay, I'm in. What? Really? Yep. Just like that? Wait, what? Are you sure? For sure. But I have a condition. I mean, yeah, okay, as long as it's not too freaky. Well, maybe it is, because I'll join only if you promise me that we're gonna do it in the future. You guys might think I'm joking, but this recap is literally 90% accurate. So these two then star a unique bond, as this manga sets its premise as an action-filled star show filled with cute and iconic women who are ready to kick some ass for this underground organization. Will this business bloom? Will other businesses start meddling in? Are the other fighters good enough? Or better yet, what is the real deal behind Princess's backstory of cultish religion? Well, find out by reading Stars Strike It Rich. Or let me sell it to you guys a little more so you'll be more interested. Now I'm going to introduce the main girls. We already went through Albert and Princess, so we'll go with the rest of the cast now. Let's start off with Albert's friends, which consists of a crooked cop that's friends with gangsters, and a woman who got forced to be a Yakuza boss after her dad suddenly died. Then we have the other fighters, such as the Psycho sisters. The younger sister is a natural talent with freakish strength and guts, and the older one is a muscle mommy, and she is, well, perfect. Okay, look, there's a severe lack of older women in the series, and I just have to cling to what I can get, okay? And don't blame me, they literally called her mommy in a manga. The next one is Tai to be my favorite girl, as she is from China. Glory to the CCP. Another girl is a yandere towards a character that you will find out later. And the last one is a straight up perverted masochist. We'll pick up on this again later, but for now, let's talk about the next best thing about this series, and that is the fights. The art that takes place for the fights are top notch. You can tell from each panel on what is happening, and you can also feel the moves as if you are inside that cage watching it all happen in first person view. There are so many panels here that are just so damn tough that it stimulates my desire to download it off the internet, not just for the sake of this video, but also for my own personal uses. In more ways than one. It also has a massive advantage with the author being an actual martial artist. I haven't read King and Ashura in a while, but as a dude who's been watching UFC fights for a few years, the stuff they talk about in this manga is legit. They are realistic, it's accurate, and it brings a sort of respect towards the manga because you know what the manga is talking about, and you know that the manga knows what they are talking about. You would see techniques, grappling methods, strategies that are often actually used in real life, and in a way, it also teaches you on how to use these methods and apply them on your daily life. just like how the Dumbbell anime gives you advices on how to get thicker thighs. So it's kinda cool how this manga is so accurate to real life. But at the same time, it's also full of a lot of shit. This manga is a serious case of something I call bullshito. It's the type of shit shonen actions pull off when they add something so ridiculously stupid, but you're having so much fun that you just don't care. Think of when Inosuke suddenly came up in the season finale of Demon Slayer. You go, Inosuke? How are you alive? Didn't you just get your guts rearranged like 50 minutes ago? That makes no sense, but fuck yeah! Woo! This is basically how you're gonna be feeling for the majority of the show. I mean, you can see it within one of the earliest fights in the series when the princess intentionally dislocates her arm so that she would have more reach and so that her strikes would have more power when they hit the opponent. Which, I don't even know if that makes sense. Now take a look at this fight between two of my favorite girls and one of my favorite fights in the entire series. One is a master of techniques, while the other one is a brute force of nature. China Girl pulls some of the fanciest shit with one of the stupidest broken martial arts that I've never even heard of. Meanwhile, Muscle Mommy goes for the kill with a huge and obvious swing that can easily get countered, so China Girl counters it by blowing a fucking hole through her stomach. But to her surprise, she still landed the blow and the power is still there. And she's like, wait, that doesn't make sense. That blow I landed should have taken away some of her power. But then it dawned on her because the manga reveals that she is simply too stupid to feel the pain. This is top tier bullshito. And to confirm her thoughts, Muscle Mommy does the same move again, but this time with both her arms, and she just starts swinging her arms around like a fucking iron golem. This is why I love her. She is so broken to the point that it doesn't even make sense and you don't care. Like outside of the fight, she also has her cute moments that make me fall in love with her even more, but her action scenes are where it is at. Just like how in another fight, she goes against a serial killer who replaced her bones with titanium, which I don't even know if that's safe for your body or if that's even possible. She was struggling. None of her attacks seemed to be working because heck, her entire body is made to be inhumane. The momentum is going against her. This is a person who killed an entire bear, her defense includes actual metal, and her offense is also doing the same amount of damage as the one she is trying to inflict. So how on earth is she going to get out of this? Well, thankfully, she came up with a plan, and that is to hit her really hard. That's it. And it worked. And it's so funny how this murderer is just in awe over what she is witnessing as she constantly thinks to herself how her opponent is just one big idiot and she lost. Plus, look at this winning pose. Oh my god. Yeah, this was when I realized I wanted this woman inside of me.
Cougar, you're gonna be our MILF.
And they make a damn good job in making sure that these bullshitters are consistent and doesn't take you out of the fun at all. The Yakuza girl is a massive coward who isn't into fighting, so she put all of her skill points into defense. So what it does is it made her unstrikable. I mean, yeah, sure, I guess. One girl strengthened her arms so hard that they become akin to iron whips because that's fun. The masochists get big power-ups the more she is hit and goes beast mode when she is choked like a whore because why not? And Muscle Mommy is so strong that when she gets it just right, she can blow through a what shield? Okay, that's gotta be bullshit. But I want to finish it off by talking about my joint favorite girl of the series, China Girl. Regardless of my undying loyalty to social credit points, she is by far and beyond the baddest character in the entire series, period. She's a baddie, a cutie, has good fashion sense, is funny as fuck, but most of all, she doesn't have bullshito, but she can fucking cook. I think she is one of the most well-represented characters when it comes to the hard work mentality. The fact that she doesn't have bullshito like the others, but managed to not only be a champion, but go through characters that have some of the most broken bullshitos, is so badass. One of her early opponents is the literal main character who has the most OP bullshito there is, which is the power of being the main character. I mean, honestly, I'm not a big fan of her because it's almost like every fight she effortlessly beats everyone because she is simply too strong. And until now, there hasn't been an opponent that has managed to remotely satisfy her desires. But China Girl holds the record for being the only one who has managed to injure her for a period of the manga. The fact that out of all the characters, she is the one who's dealt the most damage to her makes me have so much respect. I mean, sure, she got fucked up in the end, but that's what made her next fight so much more inspiring. Because later down the line, she meets an opponent who has even more talent than a princess. Someone who can copy and master techniques that took China Girl years to accomplish, and she can pull them off better than her within the first try. She cooks China Girl up for the majority of the fight, but even when her opponent is basically untouched and she is down to 10%, all it took was Muscle Mommy calling her out for being a pussy, and then she locked the fuck in. And I mean, just look at this panel. The aura in here is so strong that I can feel a little bit of cum in my pants. And the fact that how she beat her makes sense and still has no trace of bullshitto on sight is what solidified her as my best girl of the series. In a world where almost every girl has some sort of bullshit power-up, she's the only one that just has pure effort and manages to be the top 5 strongest within the verse so far. And that is why I love her. This manga is the best representation of women I've ever seen in a pure fighting manga, and if you guys can find anything else better, sure, tell me in the comments and I'll check it out. But I think the biggest problem with shonen animes is that they want to make the most marketable girls for consumer consumption, and the easiest way to do that is to make a girl that literally has no personality. Waifus generally consist of girls who are never not pretty. Even when they fight or go through a battle, most of the times they come out of it still looking like Vogue models who just slayed their latest catwalk. They always have some sort of reserve. They are never really too wild or too strong, and the fear that they might scare away the audience into thinking, you mean she's not just a damsel in distress for the main character to save? Hashtag ill. But the girls here are not only the polar opposite of these traits, they are also freaky as hell. Yet, none of their fears come true because at the end of the day, these girls are still lovable as shit. I mean, it's not just me that's doing the glazing. Heck, the reason I started reading this is because I saw so many edits on this manga and how much people loved the girls and simped over them. They are so afraid of making girls have too much personality and the fears of making them ugly, when all it does is bring more personality and made us love them even more. I mean, seriously, stop treating women like a separate entity altogether and just treat them like humans. Humans that have flaws, strengths, conditions, freaky ass fetishes. Like, despite all the insane and wild faces she's made, the masochist is probably my 3rd favorite of the series. And for a lot of people, she's their favorite too, based on the amount of edits I've seen of her. That's pretty much proof that this shit works. And I hope through this video more people give this series a go, and I hope through this series more studios and mangakas give this idea a go, because I think that this is the best representation of female characters I have seen in a while. This manga has everything that I didn't even know I needed and gave me more. It's not groundbreaking in terms of story, but it's just so much fun that you get easily sucked in and the entertainment is contagious as shit. I really don't think I have anything to complain about it. I mean, yeah, maybe I can complain about the main character and how she's too overpowered, or how the other main character is kind of underused. And I guess this manga is low-key racist towards China Girl with her speech pattern and how they made my muscle mommy give low-key racist insults to her and give her the classic "go back to where you came from" comment. But it's like, Chinese discrimination in my Japanese comic book? I mean, honestly, that tracks. But and to be fair, they have one of the cutest friendships in the entire series, so I'm willing to look the other way. Anyways, this manga is a 9 out of 10. Go and read it. Okay, that's it. Bye.